Okay, I've been wanting to make another video. Okay, so greetings. Thank you for your time and coming to my hair looks feels like it's so crazy. Anyway, thank you for your time and coming to check out this video real quick. I wanted to make a follow-up video, and I want to do more videos that are a little bit more in alignment with what I know I should be kind of talking about and focusing on. It's something that I've kind of been, um, mm, I want to say unsure about, but I wanted, when you read into things, you do research, and you have experiences, you want to be really clear about what it is that you've understood for yourself, certainly before you go sharing with people. So I've decided to spend some time in meditation, reflection, to really think it through. And so, yes, I'm going to be more open to, and I'm going to follow the charge and the call to make more video and content that is related to mystics, discussions, like mystic discussions, occultism, and things along that nature, based off of experiences that I have. And it brings me to the first this first topic. So the first video that I did before, I mentioned about you know the money aspect of Las Vegas, and how there's just a general issue in terms of kind of how it leads to people acting on impulses related to impulsiveness, and just not being clear-headed in the decisions that they make. I have some thoughts behind why and where a lot of energy comes from. So hopefully, without being um, investigated for exposing stuff or anything, just playing. One of the things that I noticed on the slot machines, a lot of the slot machines that were on the floor in Las Vegas, was the bull. And so the thing about the bull is that the bull is an ancient god. I will go ahead and say Egyptian foundations, but certainly can predate in other cultures. But it definitely is a symbol of goddess energy, and from that wealth, abundance. And so to see that on the slot machines indicates a lot of what they're trying to draw on these machines, or there's probably some type of algorithm that goes into it, where they're definitely harnessing and have those machines kind of calibrated to a goddess energy. That's just definitely what I think. But yeah, the bull is a symbol, and that's on a lot of machines. The other symbol that I saw on a lot of the slot machines were wolves. Now, I myself have come to an understanding a lot of what the spiritual animals and totems represent in the spiritual world, and they have many multi faceted energies and effects for the operant or the person working with it. So a lot of the machines had wolves on it, and wolves are prey animals that, when they work in tandem, are usually pretty successful in bringing down their prey. And so it's complicated. I'm still trying to learn and evolve on what and how that particular animal is connected specifically to wealth. Um, I know that some people use it as a totem when they're doing certain things related to activities that are generated towards getting wealth and generating money for them, usually in some type of kind of street kind of activity. Let's just leave it at that. Um, because it's a jungle in a city. Think about how dogs survive in a city. So, but in terms of how it will be connected to wealth, I don't know. I will say this: it's not the most popular machine, and I think it's one of the cheapest machines. Um, Out of all the machines you can play. But I saw a lot of, I saw some wins, and a lot of people were still playing that one. So anyway, that doesn't matter. The point is that was an occult symbol I saw, and I didn't even realize that wolves were really truly a symbol of occult, wealth until I've seen it in action. So I was surprised to see it in Las Vegas. Um, that was so kind of weird energy to see in Las Vegas. Uh, let's see, what's another symbol that I saw? Dragons. Now, of course, we all know in Chinese culture, dragons are seen as fortune, great wealth, prosperity. So, of course, naturally, there were a lot of machines, the bright, shiny new machines that had dragons as their emblem in their games. So, that's kind of how I establish that I have some foundation with the other two, because clearly they're picking things that mean something. Now, of course, there are a lot of silly games, in Las Vegas on the floors that don't have any meaning, of course. But there were a few that do, and it wasn't lost on me. And I think that there's something interesting to that. Those machines are always in every single casino, no matter what. So, just something to think about. Um, I'm trying to think, were there any other um, I'll just say overall, I noticed, it's like when I was at Caesar's Palace, for example, very heavy, and I made like a post on it on my social media. Very heavy emphasis on goddess energy, goddess culture, goddess representation. And that is because they want to ensure the flow of prosperity, wealth, and abundance into what they have created out there. In how you are pulling money out of people that are just hardworking folks. They come in to have a good time, but we all know, if you've been there before, the prices are a little extra. And I just think that, like, I don't know. I just think that that's part of how they're able to generate so much wealth out of the average person that just kind of comes there. And then if you think about, like, everything is some type of reference to um, a wealth generator per se. Like, for example, the Luxor. I didn't go in that particular hotel, but the Egyptian pyramid. You have the obelisk that's in front. Of course, Egyptian wealth and treasures. Um, I'm sure there was so much I could have uncovered if I went there, but I didn't get to go in there, so I can't talk about that necessarily in this video. Um, but nonetheless, it was just, let's see, uh, the flamingo. That's also kind of a derivative of a female um, energy, goddess energy as well. So it's just interesting. It's just one of the observations that I made that I did not articulate because maybe I wasn't sure about it. But now that I think about it, I've had time to reflect for a while on it. I think it's something there. I think it's something worth thinking about. And as I investigate occultism and symbolism in certain environments, establishments, um, hopefully it's just something to think about. Okay, so that's all I have for now. Thank you for your time and attention. And when I come back with another investigative report, I will be sure to pull together a video immediately and share it out. Thanks so much.